now, on to the main event, the State of the City address by Mayor Stephen Cassidy. Mayor Cassidy, in his role as a member of the U.S. Conference of Mayors and as the Alameda County Conference of Mayors president, has been able to shine a national spotlight on San Leandro in the last few months. So Mayor, we're here tonight to hear your thoughts on our favorite city and our favorite subject, San Leandro today and San Leandro tomorrow.
Thank you, Colleen. Good evening. On behalf of the City Council and our entire organization, it's a pleasure to welcome you to this year's State of the City Address. In my 2011 State of the City Address, we focused on challenges and positioning San Leandro for recovery and prosperity. Last year's address was geared towards shaping San Leandro's economic future. Tonight, I'm pleased to talk about that future and the transformation that's occurring in San Leandro. Innovation is change that results in enhanced performance. With the help of many partners, we are transforming San Leandro into a center of innovation. We are a city that still has challenges, but we're also a city that is in the midst of major change. Change that bodes well for the future of our community, change that will help our residents and businesses thrive and prosper in the years to come. Before I discuss these changes, challenges, and opportunities, I'd like to express my gratitude to my fellow council members. We work well together, jointly developing goals for our city, establishing policies, and improving the budget. We represent San Leandro in county, regional, and national public agencies and organizations. I'm proud of the spirit of cooperation and unity of purpose among the council members. We're all focused on doing what's right for the people of San Leandro. I'd also like to express my gratitude to our partners in public service at the county, regional, state, and federal levels of government. In 2013, San Leandrons are extremely fortunate to be represented by one of the best group of elected officials we have ever had. They each possess strong leadership qualities and a commitment to the public good. Without excluding anyone, I wish to recognize several of them, starting with our County Supervisor Wilma Chan and Carol Rogers, Dr. William West, and the other members of the Eden Township Healthcare District Board for their determination and unrelenting efforts to maintain emergency and acute care services at San Leandro Hospital. I thank our East Bay Municipal Utility District Director, Frank Mellon, for working with city staff and residents to ensure that the planned partial renovation of Chabot Dam is undertaken efficiently and with the least community impacts as possible. I thank Doug Seiden and the other East Bay Park Directors for the funds under Measure WW, which we have used to restore and upgrade the parks and open space at the Marina shoreline, and for the ongoing work to transform Oyster Point into San Leandro's newest park and open space. I thank our BART Directors, Rebecca Saltzman and Robert Rayburn, and former BART Director Bob Franklin, for recognizing the maintenance and renovation of existing BART stations, including San Leandro Bayfair stations, is just as important to BART riders as the expansion of the BART system into new communities. I also thank our BART Directors for partnering with the city to improve the neighborhoods and community surrounding BART stations. I thank Alameda County Transit Directors Mark Williams and Elsa Ortiz for engaging and listening to the community in shaping the Bus Rapid Transit, or BRT plan, which will increase the speed at which bus riders travel to and from downtown San Leandro and downtown Oakland along East 14th and International Boulevards. I thank our former mayor and state Senate Majority Leader Ellen Corbett, joined now by Senator Lonnie Hancock and Assemblymember Rob Bonta, for advancing the interests of San Leandrons in Sacramento. I'm a member of the Mayors Against Illegal Guns, a coalition of mayors nationwide demanding stricter gun regulations. Senators Corbett and Hancock and Assemblymember Bonta are also focused on reducing gun violence in Alameda County and statewide. I thank them for their leadership on this issue. In 2013, due to redistricting, San Leandro became part of the 13th Congressional District represented by Barbara Lee. We are fortunate to now be represented by one of the most passionate, wise, and effective members of Congress. Even before becoming our representative, last summer, Barbara Lee assisted us in our successful application for a $2.1 million grant from the Economic Development Agency, an agency within the U.S. Department of Commerce, to expand in San Leandro our high-speed fiber optic network. Congresswoman Lee is also working to reduce gun violence in Alameda County, and we support her efforts. The City Council knows that our success depends upon the hard work and talent of the approximately 415 city employees working every day to make San Leandro a special place. From our police officers to our librarians, recreation and parks, and public works staff, our finance, community development, and human resource personnel work diligently behind the scenes so that services are delivered efficiently and seamlessly. Well, it's only been a little over a year since he moved to San Leandro. City Manager Chris Zapata has firmly taken charge of our organization, building an outstanding leadership team committed to offering superior service to the community. Much of the success for our city that I cite tonight in my speech can be attributed to his leadership and that of our Assistant City Manager, Leanne Marshall, and our department managers and directors. Please join me in thanking all of our talented city employees and committed public servants. I'd like all city employees in the audience to rise, and let's give them a round of applause. Our Chamber of Commerce is a key partner in helping us grow local companies and promoting businesses and the community wellness. I thank the companies that partnered with the Chamber of Commerce tonight in co-sponsoring tonight's event, OSI Soft, Wells Fargo, and Kaiser. At this time, I'd like all of the members of our business community to stand and be recognized and receive a round of applause. Our schools have been making great improvements in their infrastructure and coming out of a 5-year period of repeated cuts to their operating budgets due to the state budget crisis. San Leandrons know that when our schools succeed, our city succeeds. The city values its great partnership with both the San Leandro and San Lorenzo school districts. I wish to in particular acknowledge that Cindy Caffey, the superintendent of the San Leandro Unified School District, who is here tonight, has led the district for the past 3.5 years and been an educator for 36 years. She has dedicated her adult life to the education and development of the children of San Leandro and will be retiring this summer. Will Superintendent Caffey and all school board members, teachers, administrators, and other folks that are part of the San Leandro educational community please rise and let's give them a round of applause. Nonprofits and faith-based organizations have been challenged with growing needs and shrinking resources. San Leandro's community kindness is truly being tested with many worthy causes. Please support and help me recognize the community contributions of our partners, such as Davis Street, Boys and Girls Club, and Building Futures. Will everyone associated with a nonprofit or a faith-based organization please stand to be recognized. Our city is fortunate to have true public servants on boards and commissions that give generously of their time and expertise on community issues. These issues are complex, ranging from land use decisions to personnel matters. Will all members of our boards and commissions please stand and be recognized. I'd like to thank the residents of San Leandro, residents that care about our history, residents that care about our services, residents that give of their time and effort to mentor our youth, coach sports teams, lead our Boys and Girl Scouts, residents that help make San Leandro safer through their participation in neighborhood watch groups. You are the reason government exists. You are active involved in schools, churches, nonprofits, and government, to name a few, are what makes San Leandro a special place to live, work, and play. On behalf of our organization and the City Council, I want to thank you for your support. And finally, there's one special person I wish to thank, and that's the person that allows me to do so much. Together, we're raising 2 beautiful children, and she is the love of my life and my soulmate, and that is Amy Cassidy. What are the positive changes that are occurring in our community? Let me speak of this in the context of the City Council's 6 goals. Our first goal is to place the city on a firm foundation for long-term fiscal sustainability. For the past 2 years, we have adopted balanced budgets in a time of unprecedented challenges for cities due to the state's elimination of redevelopment agencies. Last year, taking advantage of historically low interest rates, we refinanced a debt owed to CalPERS for the pensions of our public safety officers. The refinancing was a straight reduction in the interest rate due on the debt. We did not extend the term of the debt, nor take on any new debt. The refinancing generated approximately $300,000 in savings in the first year and approximately $147,000 to our general fund over the next 12 years. Earlier this year, we did the same with undercity debt. We reduced the city's interest payments by $1.8 million over the next 15 years. We also worked diligently over the past year to bring to an end, through reasonable settlements, 2 long-standing major controversies that had the potential for exposing the city to damages claims in excess of $20 million. For the first time in the city's history, we will be adopting a 2-year budget this June for fiscal years 2013 and 14. Moving to a biannual budget is an important step in achieving long-term fiscal stability. It's a procedural mechanism that can have significant and positive impact in ensuring we operate in a fiscally prudent manner. In last year's State of the City address, I noted that while the local economy was improving and city revenues were increasing, even under the most optimistic projections, the rate at which our revenues were increasing was less than the rate at which the retirement costs for city employees was increasing. To restore our city to long-term fiscal stability, as well as to provide retirement security for all city employees, I stated that we needed to make our pension system sustainable. We have made substantial progress in this area. Our new 3-year contract with the San Leandro Police Officers Association provides budget savings to the city in the first 2 years, with a slight cost increase by the end of the 3rd year. Importantly, police officers will start paying the employee share of the city's annual obligations to CalPERS at 3% of their salary for 2013, increasing by 3% each year thereafter until reaching 9% in 2015. The contract also calls for police officers to share 50-50 with the city for expected increases in healthcare costs. I commend the San Leandro Police Officers Association for working diligently with the city to produce a new agreement that recognizes our shared goals of public safety and fiscal responsibility. San Leandrons are rightly proud of having one of the finest police departments in California. We deeply appreciate the service and dedication of our police officers to the safety of our city. Our second goal is sustainable economic development, with a focus on San Leandro becoming a leader in the Bay Area innovation economy. Let me show you a video staff produced that highlights our major economic initiative over the past 2 years with San Leandro, which is a partnership between the city and Dr. Patrick Kennedy of OSI Soft to bring the highest speed broadband to San Leandro businesses.